am on the time, which is all good news. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom, for believing in me. I'm glad that you actually believed in me this time, just like everyone. The old Grax, well, as Andy would say, this is Grax 2.0. How are you all doing? Are you all well today? Welcome to an episode of What's Going On, Grax? This is my sort of monthly vlog series where I talk about the stuff that's been going on with me, so I can talk to you and inform you about what's been going on in my life. As well as this, there will be a Q&A session at the end of my vlog section. So the first half, it's about me, indulging in myself, and the second half is about indulging in yourselves. How you all doing? I hope you're all well, very much having a fantastic June time. June, my God, it's 2019. We're in June. Where is the time gone? Here's the mandatory British thing of saying, you know what, small talk. And tonight's alcohol that I'm drinking right now is a good old, is it a Merlot or a Shiraz? I don't know. It's red, whatever it is. How are you all doing? What are you all drinking tonight? Share it in the chat. And once again, I'm testing out my Canon 80D for the streaming purposes, so it should all be coming in at a very, very, very sensual 60 frames per second, even though this resolution's dropped down to 720p. So, yeah, how about we get started with what's been going on, Grax? Well, the last time I spoke to you guys, it was in the beginning of May, I believe, and it's been 6 weeks. So what's happened? Well, the first important thing, the most interesting thing that's happened to me is I broke a bone. Apparently, it's quite an old breakage of bone as well. Okay, so there's a little bit of context to this story of how I broke my bone. So, remember that time in mid-February where I tried to do tricks on my scooter, I fell off and I knocked my wrist, and it took a while to heal. Well, it still hurts. So last month I was going to the GP and I ended up going to the hospital to get an x-ray. So I went and got an x-ray. 2 weeks later, I went back to the hospital to get my results checked over, and I was talking to the doctor after waiting for like 2 hours. Standard NHS practice. Satire there. Waiting for two hours. Then I got to the doctor and he says, well, Mr. Bishop, could you just move your wrist? Can you do this? Can you do this? And he was like massaging my wrist to try and to figure out something. So you say the hurt's there, but it doesn't hurt here? No, it doesn't. What's going on? So, Mr. Bishop, it turns out that you do have a bone breakage, but it's here. And the strange thing is, it was broken for quite some time. It looks like an old fracture on my wrist. And it looks like the fracture's kind of like gone off a little bit, and it's healed over time, and that's produced a bit of a lump. And I thought that's quite interesting, because I actually don't remember breaking my wrist here. I suspect it was one of those cases of it just simply, I must have hurt my wrist, and then it just hurt. But rather than going to the doctors to see anything about it, I just sucked it up. So that was interesting. But the trouble is, there doesn't seem to be any breakage here. So why does this hurt after all this time? That is the question. So this week, Tuesday, I believe, I'm going in for a CT scan to get a real good look at my wrist to see if there is anything actually broken with my bone. I mean, regardless, either way, it's starting to look like it's the fracture, if there is one. It's so minute and so small that I don't think they're actually going to be able to do anything about it. It's going to be a case of, well, just suck it up, Grax. Just let it heal over time. And yes, this has stopped me from going to the gym. That's a complete and utter lie. I still go to the gym to doing cardio, but this has stopped me from doing weight training. That's a partial lie. I could always exercise my leg, but I just choose not to. Let's be frank. Let's be real. I'm just simply not going to the gym as much as I want to, because I'm just not. However, I will get back into the gym and I'll get back on track to get myself a super sexy body so I can be as big and muscular as, I don't know, let's say Tom Hardy when he was Bane. That's a good goal. So that's rather interesting. The other interesting thing that's been going on in my life is I'm buying a flat. That's right, I'm buying a flat in Oxford. I've been looking for a place to live for several months now, and after a bit of searching, I luckily found a place in Oxford. in Blackbird Leys area. It's a really nice flat, and the price is pretty right. But the interesting thing is, they want a quick sale. It was three people in the chain, including myself, and the third person wants to rush things along as quickly as possible. So the target for me to move into the flat that I'm buying is the 30th of June. That's the target. That's what the final person in the chain wants to happen. And the reason for that is because, well, there is a new developed company manager or something like that, which is what's hiring it wrong. And the thing is, everybody's solicitor I was saying was, no, it can't be done. It's very unlikely. We'll work as hard as we can, but it's most likely to be 8 to 10 weeks. So of course I accepted and I said, let's get it done by the 30th. But I've got the mortgage approved. The solicitors I've chosen are going through all the process of various different paperworks and searches, and that's nearly done, which is good. And it's all looking like I'm going to be able to move into my new place by the end of June, or at the very latest, the first or second weekend of July. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm super duper excited for this because it's a new place. It's a place that's mine, short of the mortgage. And there's 2-bedroom. One of the bedrooms will be turned into my office. And that way I can be able to develop some really quality stuff for you guys. And I'm really excited. It was one of those things that anything could happen and it could all fall through the last minute. But I'm hopeful. Touch wood. I'm moving into this new place. So watch this space. I'm super excited about that. What else has been going on in my life? Well, I have been pushing more stuff on the old YouTubes. I've been streaming a lot more. I've been posting a few videos online of my streaming setup, which you see right here. And you can see exactly how I set this up. I'm going with my YouTube channel, youtube.com/GraxBishop, which, let's be honest, if you happen to be on YouTube right now watching this on playback, you probably already know what this is. And I've been pushing that, and that's all been done. It's all good. And I'm rather pleased with myself. And I managed to complete Super Seducer on the PC. After several weeks of having technical problems of trying to get this thing to work, which is a nightmare in itself, it all boils down to I need new equipment. I need new equipment. But I managed to get it to work because ultimately my girlfriend, she helped me out by lending me her Mac. So it was kind of an interesting setup, but it worked, and I managed to complete it. And my God, wasn't that a disappointing game? Everybody who's been watching me through this torturous time and playing Super Seducer, thank you. You are great. You're wonderful. And if you ever wanted to watch the entire thing back, it's on my YouTube channel. It's got its own playlist, and you can watch the whole thing. But I'm happy that I'm starting to pump out new stuff because it's getting me into the rhythm, the routine of producing stuff on YouTube. And I'm happy about that. And there's one other thing I've been testing for the past month or so. And I set it up about 2 weeks ago. Amazon affiliates. That's right. I've signed up for Amazon affiliates, which allows me to create special links for people to click on to go to the Amazon channel, Amazon website, to buy the stuff, and I get a percentage of the funds. That's the idea. And I think it's the reason why I did this is because I was wondering if I could, generate a little bit of extra income passively over and over again. How do you do? Love you long time. Love you long time, TV. Love you long time too as well. So yeah, I wanted to set this up because having passive income is not a bad thing at all. And the idea is I'll just keep posting all these videos as much as I can, and then I'll put these links at the bottom and allow people to buy it. Let's be real. It's probably not going to generate a lot of money, especially not now, because I've been testing this out and I've been getting a total of 40 clicks. Nobody's bought anything. But it's like setting up a bear trap. It's like setting up a bear trap. You just leave it there, and you leave it there for a long, long period of time. We're talking weeks and months and years, and then you're trying to get the prize, and eventually a little child accidentally triggers the trap and snaps his legs off. So really, it's just a patient waiting game. And there's also something else I've done. I created Amazon wishlist. I've actually managed to set up my wish list on Amazon so that people, if people can choose to buy me something and then have it sent to a particular address, and the address is kept anonymously because I don't want you guys to know where I live, where I work exactly, but I'm happy for you to know I live in Oxford. And let me just stress out, you don't have to buy me anything. You don't have to give me money. It's purely optional. The fact that you're watching me right now is wondrous enough, and I thank you for that, and thank you for promoting my stuff as well. But it's just an option there, and it's really easy to find. You go to bit.ly/Grax wish list. I'll put all the links in the description down below. Is it possible? Tom says, is it possible you could remonetize your YouTube channel once you hit 1,000? I don't know, to be honest. I imagine the answer is no, because I was a part of the YouTube program. Bit of a backstory for everybody. Long story short, many years ago, I would say about 10 years ago, I signed up for YouTube, and I signed up for a YouTube affiliate, and I was accepted long time ago, and I was making a little bit of money. One day I got a huge spike in revenue. When I say huge spikes, we're talking like $20, and YouTube saw this as being suspicious, so they banned my account. I tried to appeal, it didn't work, and I tried to appeal again, and it completely ignored. It was a completely automated appeal process which failed. So for the past 5 odd years, I've not been making a single penny of youtube.com/Grax Bishop. Not a single penny. And I think the most I ever made was about $20 because of that. I know, it's a waste. It's so petty, and I'm the smallest of the small. I mean, one day I'll be the biggest of the bigs, but I'm the smallest of the small. That is an interesting idea, though, Tom. If I hit 1,000 subscribers, could I try and reappeal my ban to get myself remonetized? I don't know. I might give it a try. Right now, I'm at 827 subscribers. If I can get to 1,000 subscribers, youtube.com/Grax Bishop, that would be great. We'll try something from there. So if you wanted to spread the word, as it were, and help me get that number up, that'd be fantastic. And so yeah, I also my Amazon wish list oh God mighty, sorry. That's the delicious dinner repeating on me. Let's drown it out with some wine. So yeah, where was I? bit.ly/Grax wishlist, links down below. And yeah, that's my wishlist, which is quite fitting because what's coming up? It's my birthday at the end of this month, June 29th, which you would probably know because if you got my Grax calendar, it's got a big picture of me with a star in June. Yeah, I'm shilling so hard. No, yeah, it's my birthday on June 29th, and which is pretty cool. And I'm quite looking forward to it. I booked a long weekend away somewhere, I don't know yet. I mean, initially my plan was to go on a holiday with my girlfriend to a beach holiday, but that's kind of been sidetracked a bit because of this flat purchase, and I don't know where I'm going. So it's a bit up in the air right now in terms of what's going to happen that weekend. But yeah, I do know one thing. I'll be 37 years old. On a side note, somebody who's almost as important as me, on par as important as me, PDT, it's his birthday on the 13th of June. So, yeah, just show him a bit of love. And his birthday's before mine. I don't think he's got an Amazon wish list, because if he did, I might buy him something. But yeah, show him some love. And somebody whose birthday may or may not be in June, I don't know, is Tom Mayhew. The reason why I say that is because he's got some previews coming up with his live show. And he did a stream on his YouTube channel quite recently to promote his show and talk about it. And it's going to be interesting. It's a stand-up comedy show about the working class life he's had. And if you want to promote it, Tom, feel free to go ahead. And when is your birthday anyway? If it's in June, wouldn't that be a crazy coincidence? And so yeah, his previews are coming up. Check out his show. Tom Mayhew. I don't know if there's an easier link to find his website, but feel free to put your link in the chat video, chat, Tom. Put it in the chat so that people can actually link it. December. Quite the opposite end of the year. Oh, just pretend it's his birthday. Go watch the show. And is there anything else in my notes I wanted to talk about? No, that's pretty much it. I covered everything I want to talk about in this edition of What's Going On Grax for the month of May/June. And the next episode of this will be next month at some point.